What's up, folks? Back with you for the first time in a few weeks. It has been a while. I have been sick. I started this year out. I thought I had avoided a sickness that was going through the family, and then it hit me pretty hard. While I was coughing one time, I like pulled a muscle in my ribs, and then every time I coughed after, it was like someone was stabbing me in the side. So I tried to do a couple videos throughout the last few weeks, and then I'd start coughing, and I just couldn't finish. So I'm finally back, finally feeling better, finally ready to move forward. It has been an extremely uneventful couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks here in NBA Collect. We basically had one kind of cool set where they completely messed up here, this 1980-81 Topps basketball. So what we'll do today is just do a quick check-in, I guess, on sort of where we're at with the app, which honestly is kind of bleak. It is a frustrating situation we're in as we await content and then all of those things that we've been saying for months. Around content, not just packs to open, although we need more of that, but things to do, events, better contest. They started off with those tier 6 contests, and they were doing them pretty frequently, and now they haven't done but maybe one in the last 3 weeks or something. I don't understand what's happening. Then they did a contest. They did do a contest. Let me join for today. They did a contest a couple days ago, and I got to claim mine from yesterday. See, I'm not even filling in my lineup anymore. Like, what's the use? I don't know. To me, it just doesn't matter. But I did do this one for the NBA Berlin game. Ended up finishing second. But the top prizes were coins. It was cool that I finally got to use all of my. What's funny is it's got Wagner in there, but I actually used Paulo for the entire game. I just put Wagner in the hopes that that I could get some late points or whatever, and it actually worked. I got a couple rebounds that pushed me up from 5th to 2nd, but anyway, but yeah, I got to use all of my cards, so that's nice because most of these cards have been useless from a practical standpoint for most of the year, if they're not a tier 6 or they're not a tier 1. So yeah, that's my first massive complaint is they still haven't done enough with contests, anywhere near enough. The fact that we don't have, this was a 1-day unlimited contest, but it was a 1-game unlimited contest, so the only swaps you could really make were if Paulo went out, I could have swapped someone in, but I was actually busy and because this was a 2 p.m. game on a weekday or something, so I didn't really even get to do that, But yeah, frustrating on the content or on the contest part. There's still so much untapped territory, so much potential there. People the app doesn't even understand really sort of how contests, are quote unquote supposed to be because a lot of the people in the app have never done bunt or they didn't do kick or skate. Because I see people they complained about that being an unlimited swap contest, and that's actually, I don't know. Those are true contests in my mind, unlimited swaps. Those are the ones that kind of show it's about perseverance, about people's ability to stay on it all the time and stuff. And it's about the strength of your entire deck, not just your strength of your tier 6 or your guessing ability with the tier 1, So it's been a frustrating couple months on that front. Then we can get into the content, the actual content that's been released, and my goodness, Inception Black was awesome, right? Although again, it's easy to complain about the way they did the 101s. The 101s were not available in the packs. Instead, you could only get them. The article you could only get them by getting a few different cards here, the Anthony Edwards, the Luka. If you got those cards, that counts as one entry into into a raffle that's going to happen for each of them. So if you pulled an Anthony Edwards Volcanic Signature, you got one entry into that Anthony Edwards 101 drawing. So those are going to go out soon. We'll see how that goes. I think I pulled every card in there, so it'll be. I have at least one shot at it. But as we saw with the 1952s, who knows how it's going to work out? I mean, the 52s were really frustrating. I didn't get a single non-uncommon 1952. I just had to. They finally made them tradable, and that's honestly probably the best thing that's happened in the last 3 weeks is that they made the 1952s tradable, and I've been able to go out and complete that entire set. Most of it was done. Most of it was done just buying. I bought a bunch of golds and then I traded for them. I did trade for nearly all the iconics. And I've got 7 of the black legendaries as well, including, which we could talk about. It speaks to the why these giveaways kind of are inefficient. I do have 2 of these LeBrons I've been able to trade for. Actually, I think I cross-traded for one and then traded NBA Collect stuff for the other, I think. But, this is supposed to be a 10cc card, but this, I believe LeBron was the first day in the app. Maybe, I can't remember. But for whatever reason, there's only 5 of them have been claimed. And you see that across the board, where the full amount of the cards that are supposed to be out there in these 1952s aren't there for a lot of these cards. Because there's 8 on Bam, 9 on Giannis. Because, especially with the early stuff, you had a bunch of people that were just kind of checking in, and then they checked out really quickly because there wasn't a lot of content. And so it'll be interesting to see with the LeBron at 5, are any of those people ever going to check back in and redeem their card, and then the CC is going to go up. But right now, I've got 2 of the 5 that are, in existence. So that's pretty cool. This, to me, this set, the design, is the coolest they've released. And the lore behind it of being, stuff that you could only get as giveaways and stuff you couldn't really pull in packs is pretty cool. So I think these are going to hold value. So I gave away a lot to get those 2 cards. And I'm going to keep those 2 cards as sort of an investment for me. Unfortunately, I've had to decline some stuff where some people are trying to put the sets together, and I feel for them, but I'm going to hold on to my 2 there. And again, so that's probably the coolest thing that's happened in the last 3 weeks is those 1952s are available. Other than that, it's mostly been regurgitating what they've done. We got a new Color Splash series. We keep getting new flagship insert sets added in. We got this No Limit set just added recently. It's they're going to have a drop 2, I think, today on Sunday. Then they had this 80-81 Topps basketball set, which pretty frustrating again. I hate to complain so much, but this is frustrating again, in that why would you not have any iconics in this set? It makes no sense at all, and it hurts the value of every pack that you're pulling, because the legendaries were 1 in 8 or 1 in 37. So, when you have an iconic 1 in every 2 or every 4 in that instance or something, then at least you're getting all of that value while you're not pulling the 1 in 8 legendaries. So, just nonsensical. I can't possibly understand why you would have uncommon, rare, super rare, and then legendary in these. Just so stupid. You could do a bunch of different ways. You could have just made the signatures iconics. You could have created a different color, a purple or blue or something, to make for the iconics. It's so easy to put iconics in here. I don't understand that. There's also missed opportunities. Because they're doing this 80-81 set. Someone pointed out to me how cool would it have been to have the 80-81 Magic and Bird style 3-card rookie things. They did do the triple here. Those are pretty cool, but still, it's not that 80-81 design of the Magic Bird rookie card and stuff, right? That would have been amazing if they would have done something like that with with like Harper and Flag and Knipple and stuff. So missed opportunity there. The pool rates were brutal here at 1 and 8, and 1 and 37. Because you figure it's about, so you're spending about $30 to $40 to pool 50cc or 25cc. That's going to sell for, you know, $2 to $10, and then you're spending $300, $200 to $300 to pull a 10 or 5cc. So super frustrating at the pull rates on those. Most people struck out, and that's why you see a lot of 5cc's and stuff still sitting there after 4 or 5 days, is because the pull rates were so hard and people just stopped spending. So that's really it. What's wild is after 3 weeks, that's kind of the whole, kind of the whole recap there. So I gotta say, man, I feel like I've been pretty kind to. I've given NBA Collect a lot of time. I've given Tops a lot of time to get this right, and it just doesn't feel like we're heading in that direction. It feels like the app was released like 3 months too early, and we're essentially a part of the beta testing. That's kind of what it feels like. It feels like, and I hope that's the case. I hope we're gonna hit like February 1st, and they're going to start to unleash stuff, that we're going to start to see events, and we're going to start to see contests. We're going to start to see innovation in this app in a cool, practical way. But for now, for me, it's pretty easy to get the cards I want. And so I don't spend much time in the app. I come in and I kind of, I'll go in, I'll claim the mystery box, and I'll claim these wheels and stuff. But I mean, all of these cards are, I got 10 of that and 12 of that. They're all dupes that you can't even do anything with, even everything on here. It's just racking up coins. I'm at 1.9 million coins because what am I even going to spend coins on right now? So it's a frustrating dynamic. Overall, again, what I always have to say when I talk about this app is that it is a technical achievement. It is a wonder. It's a really cool thing that they've done. Just the apps themselves, but at some point, that's like the baseline. Just running the app is like, it's a D, as far as rating. But and then what you do with the app, what you do, the creativity you use, the way you engage people, the content loops, and all those things. That's what's really defines like how good the app is. And at this point, I think, as things have been bad the last 3 weeks, I guess I would give it a C or D. We're seeing real spenders, real like kind of whales leave the app because they're just bored by it. And then frustratingly, it's I was just talking with a friend yesterday. One of the greatest draft classes of all time, like an incredible players in this draft class, top to bottom, and it's just frustrating that there's not enough being done to keep people engaged in a meaningful way. And I know sometimes I say things like this and I get pushback. That's like, well, you're like an Uber user who does, who lives and breathes these things. But for other people, for normal people, they have more time to complete all this stuff, and it's not as easy as it is for you or whatever. But I mean, I'm hearing this complaint from everybody. This isn't just me. This is across the board. I think people are frustrated with the lack of content, the lack of innovative content. And again, there's so much they can pull from WW, from the Slam app, from Bunt, so many past designs that you could reincorporate so easily. I can do that for you. Tops, reach out to me. I can go into Adobe. I can go into Canva, whatever you need me to do. I can go into Adobe Spark. I can go into Photoshop. Whatever you need me to do, let me know. We can take an old bunt design and we can put some 2025 basketball players in it, and put some logos on it and some text with their name. And it'll take, a few hours. And all of a sudden, we'll have some content that we can add into this dang app. All right. That's enough ranting from me. I've been gone 3 weeks. I come back and I just rant about how miserable things have been on the app. But I don't know. That's all they've given me, really. So all right, let me know. Let me know what you think. Maybe tell me if I'm off. I don't think I am. I talked to enough collectors that I don't think I'm off, but let me know what you think. We're gonna keep the giveaway going as well. I find it's just, I have so many extras of all this stuff, and it's I come across a lot of accounts in the comments and stuff that I have tons of stuff I can give them still of their team. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, leave your name and your favorite team, and we'll just keep that going until I get to a point where I feel like I'm not really helping people anymore. But yeah, it's easy to send. If you say the Cavs are your favorite team, I probably have a couple that you don't have that I can send over to you and help you out. And they're not doing me any good, so might as well spread the wealth. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll get back into a regular groove here, especially if we get some more content from NBA Collect. Let me know if there's other things you want to talk about. I'm out of practice the last 3 weeks of thinking about various topics, but we'll start diving back into it now that I'm healthy again. Appreciate you all. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will talk again very soon.